Hello everybody, welcome back to the Hillbilly Farmers. We hope y'all are doing well out there. Today's video is sponsored by Steel Buildings and Structures Incorporated. So we're glad to have him on board for this video. So what we're doing out here is we're putting together a building here very soon. As you can see behind me, we have all the concrete work out here all ready to go. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk to y'all about that. So let's jump right into it. This is the first video of two that we have ready to go for you. They're all edited and ready to post. You'll hopefully be seeing that here pretty soon. The second video is again about putting the structure up itself and going along with that situation. As you're seeing right now, they're going through and pouring around the footings themselves. They want to go ahead and get that all nice and poured so that concrete can start to set up and get cured out first. Right here they're repositioning the truck to get it around, a little bit of a tight spot there. And here they go. They're going to continue on pouring the footings here. They arrived at 6 a.m., the concrete trucks that is, promptly at 6 a.m. We did not use any accelerator in this concrete. The concrete is 4,000 pounds per square inch as far as the mixture. And it's about 32 degrees at this point in time in the morning. So as far as the way the pour actually went, it was nice. You can see them right here washing out the chute and everything to get all that concrete off. That way it doesn't get stuck on there and make a big old mess for them. It's always a good idea to have a spot determined to be able to wash out. And here they are with the second truck. Going to continue on pouring that footing. Quite the brisk morning, that's for sure. And there they go, starting to pour the floor itself. As you can see, they're moving all the concrete around, trying to get it as flat as possible initially. Had a little bit of a form issue there in the back. Got that fixed. And they continue to pour. As you see, truck number 1's already pulled out and gone. And truck number 3 is out of shot, but it's waiting right now. And there they continue on. So the second truck is all finished, going back to washout. And the third truck here is coming into position. And they will continue to pour and get it all moved around out there. Very experienced group of guys here. This particular team is very good at smooth finished concrete. Did an excellent job here. Happy we had them on. Had no little problem back there with the form they're working on, just to make sure that it doesn't come out of place. And as you're seeing there on the right hand side, they're already starting to screed it just a little bit. And now they're really starting to screed it out. So they have grade pins installed out there they're going off of to be able to get the grade proper. So they're screeding it out, just getting a little bit more smooth. And they're working their way toward that trench drain, which is almost centered in the shot there. Doing some more screeding there. Just going at it. So they're continuing to go along, screed and whatnot. Then as you can see on the right hand side, guys starting to do a little bit of finish work on the concrete. That's one of the beginning steps of that. There they are working on the screeding the floor drain for bay number 1. And then they're going to move right around into screeding bay number 2. There was actually a 4th concrete truck there ready to go. We were concerned that we might need a 4th, but we did not. They'd have to send that one back. And as you can see, they piled up a little bit of concrete there. That was the last little bit out of the 3rd truck. So as you can tell, it's a good thing we did order the 4th because it was really close. Just to be on the safe side. Hate to run out of concrete in a situation like this, that's for sure. And there they are, continuing to screed it on out. Going around the areas there where we plan on having the ADA bathroom at some point in time in the future. And right about here, the camera dies. But they were just about finished anyway. So now what the guys are doing was we actually put a 3-inch skirt around the structure. That is so that we can be a little bit elevated above grade. That way we can weed eat against the concrete instead of taking a weed eater or string trimmer, whichever you like to say, against the metal on the building. And what they're doing right now is they're working on that particular aspect and putting just a slight little bit of slope. And they're also adding a broom finish just to that 3-inch skirt. Taking quite a bit of care there. But these guys did have to sit here and wait for what seemed like at least 2 hours before they could actually start doing more work after this step here. Just had to wait for that concrete to start setting up some more. And there they are, starting off with the trowel machine. Going through there, trying to get it all nice and smoothed up. Lots of passes with that machine in this particular video. And you also see the other fellow there working on getting the trench drain there all nice and figured out with the concrete, smoothed up. Same thing with the floor drain there. And coming up for the stub ups on the other side there. Did have a couple of issues with the trowel machine, but nothing too awful major during this process here. And as you can see, he's kind of working on the skirt there a little bit here and there. And there they go, buzzing around. I can't remember how much speed I put on this. I increased the speed by, I think it was 10,000% or so on this particular process. You're getting a whole day's work in a very short period of time. But there they go, trucking around. Looks like they're finished with that. As you can see, nice and smooth, real pretty. Zoomed in a little bit here for you to see a little bit more. So nice, very, very pretty. Of course, next we're going to go here and add some Luster Seal 3000 with some traction grip, which is a traction aggregate to the floor. This particular sealer right here is incredibly slick when it gets wet, or if your feet are wet and you're walking on it. This will be a rather wet location inside of the structure due to farm operations. It's basically a post-harvest area. And as you can see, when it gets all nice and mixed up, it actually holds in solution quite well. So that traction grip is there so that we're not slipping and sliding on the floor. This particular product has no guarantee that it will hold up to gasoline and oil, but we just went ahead and did it just in case to be on the safe side. But there's no product guarantee for that. However, I'm assured by the gentleman here that's actually applying it at the moment that it will hold up to it. Just no guarantee by the manufacturer. And here he is applying that with the roller. It does get a little bit dark. He turns the lights on to his truck there and gets that all nice and sealed up. We did this before we put the building in place just because we wanted to make sure there were no muddy footprints that were stuck on the concrete before the guys came to install the structure. Right over here we have the area for the ADA restroom. Right there is for the water closet, lavatory, and then sink on the exterior wall. It'll be right over here at some point in time. Right over here we have 3 conduits coming up. One of those is for water and Cat 6 cable, and the other 2 are for future hydronic piping. We may actually run temporary power through these for right now because it will be a while before we have a connection to the power line itself, to the grid. Right over this way, we have some floor drains installed. Not completed, but they are here. So there's one in that bay, one in that bay right there. Again, y'all see more in the future here. As we come along, we have a trench drain right here, and it's all sloped from right around in here all the way down into here, and it also comes way back from that corner up there down around and slopes back into this drain as well. This is where we plan on having our wash station on this back wall. And we'll walk right over here to this piece. You'll notice that we have, this is a 4-inch stub up. This is so that we can pump water at high volume and get it out of the structure. We put that one in there for future, just in case we needed it. But right over here is a second stub up so that we can pump water out of here. Just a quick little overview of how this whole thing is going to work with the concrete itself. And one last thing to show you here. We do have a clean out right here for the sanitary that will be hooked up in the future. And then right over this way, we have a clean out for the storm, which is right there. And again, this area is primarily going to be used for washing produce, lettuce, things of that nature. So it's pretty much nothing but water that's going to be coming out of here. Alrighty, well, I'm excited about getting this build started. How about y'all? Definitely excited. So the build series, the second part is going to be the actual structure being installed. We already have that recorded. It's about 17 hours of footage condensed down into about 30 minutes or so. So be sure to come and check that out. It'll probably be posted about a week after y'all see this video right here. Again, we want to thank Steel Buildings and Structures. They gave us a nice little handout to structure, and they're the ones that are going to be installing this building for us. They have all kinds of stuff here. You have your clear span buildings, custom steel structures, enclosed garage, metal carports, and steel barns. We'll take a quick peek at this. They have different colors, different shapes, different sizes, anything you could possibly think of that might fit your needs. You might want to check them out. That's Steel Buildings and Structures Incorporated. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one.